Those of you who watched my first DWAC video know that I haven't really been too bullish on this stock all the way since it was at its highs well above $100. But as it came down to 50 and a range in that level, it came to a point where it did look like it was starting to level out. But what we're seeing now over the past 2 or 3 days, that is the past 2 or 3 trading days by the way, we're seeing this one really start to fall to a new level at 45, and we're currently sat on 45.01. Now this is important because when we look at the share price in the past, like I said, we have been stable in this range, which really has been in the 50s, and actually for the high 50s for most of that part, even up to the 60s at some points. And right now we're coming down to the low 45s. We're asking the question, what does this mean and where are we going next? Again, if it sounds like a good video, make sure to subscribe and like the video as well. But of course, this is not going to be financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. However, if you do want to hear a few more of my opinions, do make sure to follow us on Patreon. Like I have said before, a lot of our content for Patreon is actually free, but as you will see, we do have a few paid articles. Some of these are on DWAC, some of these are on other stocks, and again, memberships do start from £5, but as I said, most of this content, or at least a lot of this content, is completely free, so feel free to click the link in the description, read it, and if you like what you see, you can sign up. But now we're going to dive in, and we're going to have a look at DWAC. We're actually going to do this first on the simple chart, and there's not really too much to read from here. So having a scroll through on the simple chart, there's not really too much to talk about, because you guys know the story over the past few months. Big push up taking us to well above $100. Been coming down ever since. Now, we've been sat in this level really between 60 on the high end and all the way down to the mid 50s for some time. Then we're starting to see a bit of a downtrend right now, taking us to 55, 54, down to 51, breaking past 50, coming down to 47, now coming down to 45. So we're coming down 11% today. That's about $6 so far, and the question is, where do we really go? And of course, we're seeing a little bit of an uptrend now starting, but obviously in contrast to what we're seeing over the past day, it's not really going to make too big of a difference. And it is a little bit of a shame, because you guys know DWAC was always speculative, and it has been since the beginning. And I did say it was quite risky, especially from the beginning. I wouldn't have bought in at this high period, but I know that a lot of people did. And their questions now is, where is DWAC going? And of course, I cannot say for sure because I am not a financial advisor, but we can have a look at a few of our indicators, and then I'll give you a few of my thoughts. So we'll just do this quickly on the 5-day, the 1 day, and then a quick look at the 1 month. So on the 1 day, we'll start off with, we're sat on the moving average. We've been down, we're coming back up, and now we have caught up on that. Not really too much to comment on over there. So you'll see the trends are looking quite flat, even though the day is relatively volatile. We're looking at a 51 figure on the RSI. That is basically neutral, 1 point away, is completely fine, and it is where you would expect it to be. And coming out to the MACD, that is also coming up to more normal levels right now, which is good to see. The trend for the 5-day, you're looking at a figure on the moving average of 46.21, I believe it is. That's a little bit higher than where we are. You would kind of expect this, but of course it is still in normal levels. You will see as well when we have a look at the MACD, we're looking at figures over there which are below the line. So technically we are looking at a bearish trend on the MACD, but it is picking itself back up. Now, bear in mind, it has been dropping ever since, about 2 or 3 days ago time, but now we are starting to see this one come back up a little bit after a small rise, but yes, it is still in the bearish territory. Trend for the RSI, that's 41. It's okay. It's a little bit low, but it's not too bad. And again, that is coming back up. It was a little bit lower than where it is now, even when we had that push down, but now we're coming back from that and it's coming up to more normal levels. Now on the 1 month, we don't really have too much to talk about, but we do have a few key points which I want to highlight. The first one is volume. Volume has been coming down for a long time now. If you look at the volume candles back here, you can just see the green bars, and if you look at them even further back on the 3 month, you will see really how steep those bars were. In contrast to what we're seeing now, volume is completely gone. We're seeing almost 500 million volume back here, we're seeing barely even 5 million volume on today. And of course, volume is a big driver of price. So that is the first thing that I am a bit disappointed with. Of course, if the volume starts to die out, it shows that people aren't really buying and there's not really too much going on. What we're seeing down here for the 1 month trend again, I think we're looking now at a level of support potentially at 45. So that wouldn't be too far away from where we are. It would be nice to find that level of support, but if not, we are probably going to start dropping lower. And if we do start dropping lower, the question is really, where do we go to? And it is going to be quite unclear because, as I have always said, the data is quite scarce with this stock. We've been up high in the past month, and before that we don't really have any data at this level to find or at least establish levels of support and resistance. So it has been difficult, and it is going to be difficult going forwards. Our ideal support, like I said, is going to be at 45. We're very close to it now. If we can hold that level, that's good. As I have said before, people with DWAC are looking at this one more fundamentally. Even from the beginning, I've been looking at this one more technically. I've been looking at it for more of a mid-term play. For that reason, I would not buy the stock right now. Now, if I had bought the stock back here, which is the only point where I said it may be a reasonable play, and again, I am not a financial advisor, but I did not agree with the play back here or here. From this point, I said it was coming down to a more normal level, but from where we are right there, I'd be definitely questioning whether it is worth it with DWAC going forwards. I think what we need to talk about with DWAC, where do you intend to hold to? And when I'm talking about that, I'm talking on a time basis. Are you willing to hold for a year? Are you willing to hold for a month? If you're willing to hold for a shorter amount of time, this may not be the investment for you. Or if you're willing to hold for a more long time, it definitely could pick itself back up again as catalysts do come out. But with this one, I would be very wary. Would I buy it right now? Would I use this as an opportunity to buy the dip? Personally, I would not. I would not use this as an opportunity to buy the dip. And even if I was somebody who was looking to buy the dip, I would personally still wait until we have hopefully established that level of support at 45. And if not, and if we start to drop lower, I would of course wait for the new level of support. But if you guys do still enjoy videos on DWAC, I can continue to make them for you. Thank you for watching this one. See you all again very soon. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.